Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. I pray for you all. God give you a long life and you live always happily there. Please like and share this video and also subscribe my YouTube channel. I have a request to you all. Watch this video till end for supporting me. So let's start with the information. These are some updates on dinar.
Before starting the video, I have to tell you something. Go to google.com and search dinaropinions.com and open this site. Here you can see the latest news, dinar opinions, and dinar guru updates on a single page. So visit this site for more information.
Recent articles from Iraq tells us the Iraqi government is taking steps to correct issues and what needed reforms are still necessary. The nature of the reforms tells us they would have to be already started. Don't think this is going to be a long process, but certainly not days, maybe more like months. We must not discount all the reforms already accomplished. The feds are now stepping in and trying to move the country steps further. Yes, they are shaking it up, so this is all very good news and we should be happy to see it playing out. Everything is going to come together and it will happen suddenly. Have you ever wondered why certain budget details don't show up in official gazettes? Well, today we are diving deep into a crucial that affects many aspects of government finances. We're discussing the government's stance on budget implementation instructions and why they're not posting budget tables in the Gazette. This topic is bound to stir up discussions, especially since the budget has already been approved for 3 years. So, what's holding them back? Are there underlying reasons we might not be aware of, like fluctuations in currency value? Let's find out. To set the stage, let's recap a bit of background about government budgeting. Every year, government budgets are created to allocate funds to various sectors, like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Once the budget is prepared, it goes through a thorough approval process that typically lasts several months. Once approved, it should ideally become transparent to the public. However, there's a recent development that has raised eyebrows. Government advisors have reiterated that budget tables do not need to be posted in the Gazette. This begs the question, if the budget has been approved, why not make these tables public? This brings us to an important detail: the budget has indeed been approved for 3 years already. So, it's perfectly legal for the government to implement the budget without posting these tables. But here's where things get interesting. Could there be a hidden reason why they're not making this information public? Some experts believe it might have something to do with the current value of the dinar. In many countries, currency fluctuations can significantly impact how budgets are perceived and managed. If the dinar's value is changing, the government might be wary of releasing details that could lead to public panic or backlash. Imagine seeing budget tables that show a dip in allocated funds due to currency problems. How do you think that would be received by the public? This could lead to skepticism about government finances and future plans. Another angle to consider is transparency and trust. Governments thrive on the trust placed in them by the public. When information isn't readily available, it can lead to a sense of uncertainty. The government might be playing it safe by withholding detailed information to maintain public confidence. The lack of public budget tables could be seen as an attempt to manage perception rather than an outright refusal to be transparent. Now, let's look at the procedural aspect. Most governmental processes include checks and balances to ensure accountability. By not publishing budget tables, the question of oversight arises. Are there internal controls that are being compromised? Is there a risk of mismanagement or misuse of funds if there isn't a detailed public record? Surprisingly, yes, it poses a risk. However, The government might argue that they have alternative mechanisms to ensure accountability. They could be relying on audits, reviews, and internal systems to keep everything in check behind the scenes. But this raises another question: are these measures enough to satisfy public concerns? As citizens, we value our right to know how our tax money is being spent. Involving the public in financial matters can foster a sense of ownership and responsibility. Let's not forget the role of media and civic organizations. Investigative journalism can ensure that government actions remain in the spotlight. But how effective can this be if fundamental details are being withheld? This is where citizens can play an active role. By voicing concerns and seeking clarity, they hold the government accountable. Strong community engagement leads to better governance. Let's also consider a real-life example. Imagine a town that faces budgetary cuts due to currency fluctuations. Residents would want to know how these cuts affect local services. If budget details are locked away, it only leads to confusion and fear. In contrast, transparency can guide discussions on how best to allocate limited resources, benefiting all. Perhaps it's time for an open dialogue between the government and its citizens regarding budget processes. Citizens could start petitions or community forums to demand access to information and participate actively. Now is the time for awareness and action. So, as we wrap up today's video, keep in mind the importance of budget transparency. Understanding government spending is crucial for informed citizenship. The absence of budget tables in official gazettes raises essential questions about accountability and trust. How do you feel about this topic? Do you think budget transparency should be a priority? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this information valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful discussions. Together, we can make sense of how our government operates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.